Atlantic Lottery is proud to sponsor important community initiatives like this year's Canada Games.
Calling St. John's unique is like calling a humpback a goldfish. It's wildly different here.
Hello.
Hi, remember me? We bought your old house.
Yes.
We brought some mail.
Oh,
Hey.
the diaper subscription. I forgot to cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the memories are coming back now. The BMO app helps you keep an eye on where your money's going.
Like how?
Well, for one, it would have told you this subscription price had gone up multiple times.
It's a lot of diapers.
Well, extra's good. So where's the baby?
Oh, he's right here. This is the baby.
And that ain't no baby.
I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. No, never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. No, never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. No, never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time.
And a good Wednesday evening, volleyball fans, as we bring you more live continuing action from preliminary volleyball for both men's and women's. Back to the men here for the final match of the evening. Alongside Bill Hart, I'm Brian Rogers. It's Nova Scotia and Nunavut. Bill, the scene setter for this one.
And a very important game for Pool C, as the top two teams in this pool will advance to qualification play. Nova Scotia is 2-0. A win over Nunavut will make them 3-0. However, Nunavut, with that win today over the Northwest Territories, are 1-1, could improve to 2-1, tying with Nova Scotia, and still in play for a possible playoff spot.
Long days here at the Munn Fieldhouse, but nice being inside, and we've seen some great action starting early this morning and right through until this final matchup here this evening between Nova Scotia and Nunavut. And we're almost ready to go. We'll have the introduction of the starters and then the fist bumps, and then we'll be ready for more action here. Nova Scotia with their clappers, their flags out. Nunavut with a nice little following in the back of their bench as well. I don't know how noisy it'll be here tonight, but should be great action as we get set for it.
Well, there were a number of Nova Scotia fans just a little further to our left in the second court over when the women's Nova Scotia volleyball team were in action.
They just played Quebec here as two games were on the go at the same time. It'll be much the same. You'll hear whistles probably throughout the broadcast that are coming from the other game that's here in the Fieldhouse. It's this big of a facility that it can handle two games at once, but this is the main floor right here for basketball and volleyball. But still just a gorgeous facility. One playing surface horizontal, the other vertical going across, so it's not like end zones at the end of end zones leading up kind of thing, right? So they do a great job of separating that. It's just a wonderful here facility, all part of Memorial University. So a best of 5, obviously. You're well aware of that if you're tuning in here tonight as a volleyball fan. First 4 sets to 25 points, and if the last set is required, a tiebreaker, it'll go to 15 points, and each team has 2 30-second timeouts per set. So Nova Scotia and Nunavut get set to exchange pleasantries here, and will be underway momentarily. Average age, looking at the Nova Scotia roster, Bill, basically 17 years old.
Yes.
They have two 18-year-olds, and they also have a 16-year-old. Now, Nunavut, because of the population difference, is allowed to add strengthening players. They do have a 20-year-old, and he was lights out here this morning to Shinga Chikanza from Toronto. He's 20 years old. He is the oldest amongst all the players. And now as we get set for the opening serve, here is Bill Hart with the call.
All right, looks like no player introductions for this one.
Well, I thought they were going to, but
yes.
nope.
But Team Nunavut in the red going to open up with a serve. That is number 24, Singa Shakanza, name we mentioned a lot the last time we've seen Nunavut on the court.
Last one came out of Mamone.
And we're off. Setters in play. Rally continues.
Nova Scotia will open up. Seve Villeneuve, 18 years old from Bedford, Nova Scotia. Getting Canada's Ocean Playground off and running. Great replays and camera work amongst the crew here at Universal Media Inc. all day long, and it'll bring it right into your den, living room, or rec room.
Aiden Beach with the serve for Nova Scotia. Setters in play. Nice touch. Yeah, a little handball there. Must have handled that a little too long for the officials' liking. Beach from Berwick will once again with the serve for Nova Scotia.
Home of Larson's Bacon.
I am not surprised that you know that.
Well, Berwick, just outside
right.
Kentville and Goldbrook.
Uh-huh.
Good D at the net. Nova Scotia out to a 3-0 lead. And Aiden Peach will serve it up one more time. 16 years old is the youngster from the Annapolis Valley.
And here he goes with another serve. Not a lot of spin on it, and it is out.
So Nunavut will get an opportunity here to get on the scoreboard. It's going to be Pita Ariek, McWallowit, 17-year-old. Soft serve. Wow. Oh, my.
Yeah, not much you can do there.
Ho, 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 ho. Three-two.
None of it with a kill with a very hard shot that number 7 could do nothing.
That was Liam Aitkenhead from Dartmouth. He's 18, and he didn't have much chance there. Nova Scotia
And
trying to paint the
officials say
line.
it's in. Oh, that was a close call, too.
It was right on the line.
I almost thought that was out, but again, the officials are there, and we're up here.
Well, we'll get a look-see. It was close, and boom, right there.
Oh, looks like that was right on the line.
The Mikasa Volleyball.
Setter set up that play so nicely.
Seve Villeneuve, 18, as we mentioned, from Bedford, getting an opportunity here to serve. And Nova Scotia leading in set number 1 by a score of 5-2.
Lots of net action there. And that is out.
So nice cut there for Nova Scotia for a 6-2 advantage as the ball slices along the net. Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Eli Gawker from Halifax, 17, making no mistake, pounding it down for a 7-2 lead. Watch this. Right there, emphatically. Well, net serve from Villeneuve. So Nunavut Down by 4, we'll get an opportunity to cut into the deficit as we roll right along here in the final match of day 2 competition for men's and ladies volleyball.
Back-to-back service errors between Nova Scotia and Nunavut.
So an 8-3 lead. And it looks like it's Eli Docker time here at the Munn Field House. Softer serve. And the set.
And that's going to go out of bounds after Sebi Villeneuve. Nunavut with the kill, and that's a point for them.
Here's a young man that had a whale of a game against the Northwest Territories earlier today. Ilya Kilabuk from Iqaluit, 17 years old. He was dominant in that game against the Northwest Territories. Nunavut dropped the first set and roared back to win 3 consecutive.
Another close call here. Can't get too good of a look at it, but it's out. And once again, the officials say the same.
9-5. Josh Moores.
Mr. Moore's Dartmouth. That touches the tape and it falls. Ace Nova Scotia.
Second cut point for Nova Scotia so far in the early going. Doubling their lead, 10-5, and the Dartmouthian and the 17-year-old Josh Moores will try it one more time, and here we go. Nice rally on the go here, Bill.
Very much so. Wow. I'm telling you, Nunavut got lucky on that little relay going on. Let's go. Second touch accidentally off number 8.
Get a timeout here. Nunavut's going to call there first. 30-second timeout. You get 2 per set. And they'll take it here, trailing by 6. So a good start for Team Nova Scotia here, with a 2-0 record in Pool C coming into this final match against Nunavut, who are 1-1.
As mentioned earlier, a very, very important game for both teams, as the top 2 teams in this Pool C will advance to the qualification round. Those 2 top teams will face the last place teams in Pool A and Pool B.
Well, this is the first of 3 straight days here at the Munn Field House, and we'll have lots and lots of action. We'll be back together tomorrow. Flying solo I will be, as Newfoundland Labrador tangles with British Columbia tomorrow morning here at 9 on the center court here at the Field House, also known as the Works.
Newfoundland and Labrador will need a win too tomorrow. They're 0-2 to start this tournament. Nice fluid serve from number 2.
That was Villeneuve from Bedford.
Are you surprised that the Tashinga Shakonza
Not at
is
all
responsible for that?
No, he
Oh,
and
wow.
Ilya Kilabuk were the 2 big gunners for Nunavut in their victory over the Northwest Territories earlier today.
Great defense from Nunavut there. Another set.
Zach Melange from Montagan River, number 15, a 17-year-old. In on the action for Nova Scotia with a 12-6 lead. And Liam Aitkenhead, an 18-year-old from Dartmouth, will serve. Good speed on that.
Yeah, a lot of spin on that serve. Nice touch. Nunavut trying to set something up. The arms go up for Nova Scotia. Great defense there. What a rally
Awesome
from both
rally.
teams.
Yes, sir. Spike denied.
Nice
And
touch.
Yes.
Still in it.
Still up.
Oh, wow.
Great action here. And Nunavut gonna come out of that with a big point. They really needed it.
Trying for the big spike, but unfortunately the net was a little higher than he wanted it to.
Philip Barassa will be up next here for Nunavut.
He played a good game earlier too.
Mm-hmm. They all did. 12-7 advantage. Oh, well done there.
Yeah, Nunavut really faked them out on that play.
Yeah, that's neat. I really like that, the fake.
Yeah.
And they're expecting the speed, and all of a sudden it's just a nice little touch to it.
And they knew what he was going to do too. You can tell by the reaction.
Yeah, the attack hit doesn't have to be a bullet, does it, Bill? It can be a nice soft touch, and sometimes that'll throw the opposition right out of whack there.
You're expecting to zig when you should have zagged.
13-8.
You just can't time a return at all. If you're expecting something fast.
Especially with the velocity of that ball and the torque that's on it sometimes. Getting a look here at Justin Michael Gallant from Dartmouth. He's a 17-year-old as well. Nova Scotia is going to score here.
Josh Moore's with the play.
Yeah. And a 6-point lead here in the first set. Nova Scotia will retain possession. Point accumulated. 15-8.
Nunavut gets the kill with some great offensive action there above the net.
Have a look here, bringing it right into your living room. And there you have it.
And
within 6, 15-9 Nova Scotia. Set number 1.
Ariak really went airborne on that. Jasinga Shakanza. Little spin on that ball for the serve. Got a little bit of speed to it.
Yes, sir.
Well, boy, oh boy, did that ball travel fast.
Here comes Nunavut.
A little too much. Yeah, a little too much spice on that one.
Yeah, out of bounds. He can really hammer it. And you could feel the momentum shift this morning, Bill, between the Northwest Territories and Nunavut. And a lot of it had to do with the outstanding play of Tashinga Chakanza, the 20-year-old from Toronto, working in Nunavut.
Sebi Villeneuve just reaching up and tapping that over the net. Nice velvet touch.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Very feathery. And a 7-point advantage.
And that goes off a Nova Scotia player. That's an ace.
Wow, that's the first one we've
this.
seen. Peter Ariak from Iqaluit, 17. Watch this.
Handcuffed everybody on the Nova Scotia side.
Yeah, that was really well done. Didn't need to hammered. The nice soft touch and down for the ace. And Nova Scotia's going to answer right back with an emphatic slam from Sevi Villeneuve.
Yeah, Josh Moore's adding some punch to that.
Nunavut fired up here. 17-13 as they retain possession.
And a walk if a touch on it, but not enough. It goes out of bounds.
Now it's up to 18. They had flashed 18 prior. Took a point away, and Nova Scotia got it back right there. So it's 18-13. Heavy serve. Nice bump.
Centers in play. And that's out of bounds.
So Nunavut 4 behind and with possession.
Serving duties now for Nunavut going to Andrew Killabuck. Nice touch. Yeah. That floats inbounds. Another kill for Nova Scotia.
Just a soft touch there off the fingertips. Philip Barassa and Nova Scotia 6 away from a first set victory here, leading 19-14 as Nunavut will take advantage of their second 30-second timeout here.
And both teams are playing very well, playing very deceiving ball. As we mentioned, very important game here. The fight for the top 2 spots in Pool C is what gets you into the qualification round. And a win for Nunavut will go a long way. Nova Scotia serve. Eli Docker of Halifax ready to do the job. That's a rare miscue from Killabuck.
So the lone Haligonian on this Team Nova Scotia club will get an opportunity here, up by 6, leading 20-14, to edge them closer to the 25-point plateau, which they need to win. Wow.
He had to play that quick.
Great rally.
He's got to go over here. And too far out of bounds for Nunavut to make a play.
Philip Barassa gave it a valiant effort there, though, William, as he leaped over the Canada Games sign and tried to play it back in, but to no avail. So Nova Scotia retains possession, leading by 7. And that's going to be out of bounds. So Nunavut will pick up their 15th point, climb to within 6. And an opportunity one more time to add to their total.
Killabuck with the serve. Nice touch. Set. Another dig from Nova Scotia.
Yeah, that just stayed in bounds. Nice play. 22-15. Another tight match in men's volleyball here. Pool C action, the final match of the evening here at the Munn Fieldhouse. But we'll be right back at you again bright and early tomorrow morning to continue our spectacular coverage.
Merriweather, from Hilden. The serve for Nova Scotia. Arms up for Nova Scotia. Great defense there. Nice set. Oh, nice behind the back play from Nunavut.
Set in the bump. And well
couldn't
done.
quite get underneath it enough.
When I say spectacular coverage, I'm talking about the extremely talented Universal Media Inc. crew here, just bringing it right into your favorite viewing room at home or on the road.
Oh,
23-16, 7-point advantage. And Nunavut.
Looks like Boulanger had a great chance there. But it falls out of bounds.
Yeah, there you go. And volley into the net. Nova Scotia, match point. Or pardon me, set point.
Fast serve. Yeah, they hit the little antenna. That's not going to.
Nova Scotia will pick up the 25th point and win the first set by a score of 25-16. So we'll take time out here. When we come back, we'll have the second set. Nova Scotia taking a 1-0 lead here at Munn.
The United Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners Local 579 is proud to welcome the Canada Games to our home this summer. UBC Local 579, building great things in Newfoundland and Labrador.
And welcome back to live continuing coverage of the 2025 Canada Summer Games. Brian Rogers alongside Bill Hart from the Munn Fieldhouse of the campus of Memorial University. It's week 2. Hard to believe it's week 2, and here we are midway through. Third day of competition. On Monday, we did the inaugural women's baseball game at St. Pat's Ballpark between Newfoundland, Labrador, and British Columbia. That was on its own stage, and rightfully so. What a night it was at the ballpark. And then, of course, the volleyball competition getting underway. Preliminary action right here at the Munn Fieldhouse. Also, some games, Bill, played at the Newfoundland Labrador Sports Center over on Crosby Road, Midtown St. John's. But the brunt of it here, and we'll return for the third day of volleyball competition, men's and women's. Preliminary action will continue with 5 more games tomorrow. We'll be right back on Friday with more. So it's going to be fun 72 hours and a great sport and a lot of fun to cover.
Yes, it is. Pool C action also on the other side of this court as the Yukon Territories and the Northwest Territories are getting underway. Both teams are looking for their first win over there.
So set number 2 about to get underway. Nova Scotia winning the first one. 25-16 the final for Team Nova Scotia.
Back to Matt Merriweather with the serve for Nova Scotia.
From Hilden, Nova Scotia, the outskirts of Truro. And a falls for Nunavut. So they take the 1-0 lead and looking for more as Tashinga Hunga goes back to the line.
Yeah, Chikanza has been doing so well.
Terrific speed on his.
Nice little spin on it.
Yeah,
He gets some
right there.
Gets some
Hard
height,
and low.
force behind it. Just a little light touch there. Set. And that's
right on the line. Wow, that was so close.
I thought that was in.
So did I. Well, let's have a look and see. And boom, wow. Yeah. Giveth and taketh. Millimeter.
Millimeters away. Just inches. We'll say inches.
That's
centimeters.
Nova Scotia.
Ariak, none of it, about to serve. And a nice serve it was. Ace, none of it. Wow. Untouched in the Nova Scotia zone.
Well done. Right there. Just takes a little off it and gets it to go right before the line. Beautiful shot. 3-1 Nunavut lead here in the second set. And that's down.
That's
Nova
in.
Scotia. Getting one back there. And it was a blast. Make it 3-2. Noah Snyder from Hammonds Plains, a 17-year-old. Nice point for Nunavut there.
And a small but vocal group of Nunavut fans in attendance showing their appreciation for that.
And they're loud. There's not as many as there is in the Nova Scotia section. It doesn't appear to be, but they're noisier. Spurring their club on here. What a tremendous play by Nunavut's Peter Eric.
It was Justin Michael Gallant reaching up without touching that net and just touching it over with a kill there. Ian McLean of Dartmouth will make the serve for Nova Scotia.
Came with the heat. And that'll be long and out of bounds. So we're tied at 4 here in the second set. Nova Scotia winning the opener 25-16 in a well-played set of volleyball. It's been much the same story all day, action-packed. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's deep.
Nunavut knew that was going out, so they wouldn't even try for that. Buck with the serve for Nunavut. Nice touch, yes.
Oh, real nice. Justin Michael Gallant. Nice little soft roll shot. Off speed and able to get over the blocker and away from the defender, and we're tied at 5.
Yeah, Makenhead serving for Nova Scotia.
Right on the line. What a power serve that was. Oh, they're going to say he was out. Man, was that ever close?
Yeah, flag goes up, and
was it me being a little presumptuous here? I apologize for that.
It was tough to call. I mean, that thing is traveling at quite the speed.
Looked like it was down. The official knows better. Despite being up 1-0, Nova Scotia know they have their hands full with Team Nunavut. Playing really well defensively. And of course going to their big gunners. Chikanza and Ilya Kilobuk for a lot of their points. Everybody getting a touch, though, pretty much. Nunavut up 7-6. We'll go back to work here. So we get a look here at the replay. And not a whole lot that Will Krause at a Margarettsville, Nova Scotia could do there. 7-6 Nunavut. Here's the serve. Nice soft touch to it. And Nova Scotia can't get it up and over. Noah Schneider.
Right into that net.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, Nunavut now leading set 8-6. Philip Barassa with the serve for Nunavut.
Light touch to it. Nova Scotia defending neatly. And into the net. Chakanza tried, but to no avail. It falls for Nova Scotia. Down by 1, retaining the serve. Matt Merriweather from Hilden.
Nunavut's playing a great game
They
along
really
the
are.
net.
They're so game. Duncan Mearns in the libero position. Number 5. A lot of speed there on Chakanza's serves, Bill.
Service error will give the ball back to Nova Scotia for the serve.
9-8. Slamma-bama right there. Wow, Ilya Kilobuk. Bringing the heat right into your living room. Bang. 10-8, Nunavut. Trying to get back on even terms after dropping the first set here in the final match. Day 2 competition, men's and women's volleyball from the field house at Memorial University. Three-point advantage for Nunavut. And full marks for it, Bill.
They've been playing a great game.
Pita Ariak came with force on his serve. Unfortunately, a net serve. And Nova Scotia will climb to within 2 and take possession here. Oh, Schneider one more time. And the ball banged inadvertently into the net by Owen Anawak, 18-year-old from Iqaluit. And it's an 11-10 Nunavut lead. Back and forth we go. Good defense at the net for Team Nova Scotia there, evening things up, and an opportunity to take the lead we haven't seen. An ace serve from Team Nova Scotia yet. Could it be in the cards? Noah Snyder from Hammonds Plains, but we'll get a timeout first before we find out if that's the case or not here. Tied at 11 in the second set. Nova Scotia up 1-0, as you can see on your screen.
You look at both these teams, and Nunavut is very deceiving. You compare them to what Nova Scotia has, and shorter players on the Nunavut side, but boy, can they get air. Can they get air for those guarding around the nets? Very, very well done.
Speaking of well done, how about Maddie with your call between Saskatchewan and New Brunswick? You got
Maddie's
a
got
lesson
skills.
in how to call volleyball.
Yeah,
What
Maddie's
a tremendous
got
performance.
skills. She
God
really
bless
does.
her. Not only is she just a lovely gal, but fun and enjoys the game and knows how to call it, and might have to require more of her services here. And I believe you will have a return game to call with Maddie tomorrow afternoon. When the women's preliminary continues. Net serve, Nunavut taking advantage of the miscue by Nova Scotia to take a 1-point lead. They'll hand the ball to Andrew Killebuck, 17-year-old from Pagnatung. And that's out. 12 up.
Ian McLean about to serve for Nova Scotia. Back-to-back service errors. Like to break that streak right here. You put some spin on that, and it's out. A little too much spin.
That serve there, you don't see that very often from number 13, Ilya Killebuck. Thirteens with Liam Aitkenhead, the 18-year-old from Dartmouth, ready to serve. Coming with heat, but it's a net serve, unfortunately, for number 7. Nunavut ahead by 1 again.
Sure, more service errors than what Nunavut, Nova Scotia wanted. Nunavut serves, and another service error. Justin Michael Gallant serving for Nova Scotia. Return for Nunavut, set. Over to the Nova Scotia side. Going to try to save this rally. Going to have to get over and stay in bounds, and it does. Nunavut setting up another play. Nova Scotia returns the spike. Up it goes, defensive play. Still the rally goes. It's out of bounds. It doesn't go, it goes over. Nunavut trying to salvage a kill here, but Nova Scotia showing no quit, and it's in. What a rally from both Nova Scotia and Nunavut, but boy, oh boy, what Nova Scotia just did is so awe-inspiring. That was gone. That ball was, he goes leaping into the crowds, and thank goodness he's okay. Over the chair he goes, back in action. Oh boy.
Highly
Wow.
entertaining, to say the least. A little bit of this and a little bit of that in the great game of volleyball. That's going to be deep.
I'm telling you, Liam Aikenhead.
Yes, that effort more than makes up from a couple net serves, man, to keep that
Man.
play alive.
Leaping over the chairs to save that rally.
And the score. Tremendous. Good D for Nunavut, and that one off the official ladder. Is there a specific name for where the official is up on that ladder? Or is it just?
I'm calling it the lighthouse.
There you go. Okay, that works. Well, a hotly contested second set here, 17-15. Nova Scotia taking the first set 25-16. Bourassa. hit extremely hard.
Yeah, Dude tries to play that, but a little handcuffed on the play. Goes off his right side of his forearm and out of bounds. Rosa will serve again for Nunavut.
Well, we got ourselves a set going here, Bill.
Yes, we do.
Nobody giving an inch. 17-17. Will Crow's not too happy with that. Turn of events. The Margarettsville native, he's 17 years old, is number 10.
Rosa with another serve for Nunavut.
Bourassa one more time.
Nice touch.
Boom! What a great try by Liam Aikenhead of Dartmouth. He's all over the court here. Watch. That ball was just blitzed. He got a piece of it. But it's 18-17. Nunavut needing this one to even things up.
And that is out.
Yeah.
Service error, Nunavut.
They're tied at 18. Well, they'd love to get on even terms here, Bill, and turn it into a best of 3.
Merriweather with the serve for Nova Scotia. Nice save there for Nunavut. Nova Scotia keeps the rally alive. Nice defensive play from Nunavut.
Wow.
Oh.
That was smoke. And Will Crouse for the 19-18 lead.
That goes behind him. And out of bounds.
Aikenhead again. Number 7, Liam Aikenhead putting on a volleyball clinic here. All over the court.
Chicanzo with the serve for Nunavut.
He'll be bringing the heat here. Nova Scotia anticipating it coming hard and low. And he gets a piece of the net.
A little too much of that net. I love how he just throws that ball in the air, puts an extra spin on it, and the momentum of his body just adds a little extra added force to the serve.
2019 as Will Crouse delivers.
Setter sets it up, and
It'll be deep and out of bounds. 20-20 here in the second set.
Getting very interesting.
Is it ever? I've really been impressed with Nunavut. Losing their first set this morning to the Northwest Territories, and then Bill just coming right back and dominating and winning it in 4 sets, 3-1. Oh, that's great net presence there. Noah Snyder, Hammonds Plains.
Climbing the ladder there.
21-20. Yes, sirree. Beautifully done with some assistance from Dartmouth's Ian McLean, number 13.
Noah Snyder serving.
Little soft touch.
And Nova Scotia wasn't expecting that. It's in.
The official is right there. He was emphatic in his call too. There you see it. Touch the line. A fantastic replay and camera work here.
24 letting it go, thinking it was going to be out of bounds. And that is out of bounds. But
well, they gave the point to Nunavut. So 22-21, and
Okay.
It's just so close to call.
Well, I saw the flag go up. I guess there was a reversal.
Well, it's 22-21, but Nunavut with the serve. And here's Ricky Diala. Pangnatung, he's 17 years old. Ball is out, 22s. And a timeout here.
And this set will go on a little bit longer.
Will it ever?
A little breather. Talking about strategy. I think whatever team they're doing now is still working. And you hear the happy fans wondering, gee, what are they cheering about? A timeout? Not quite. The Yukon Territories and the Northwest Territories are underway. More Pool C action. And I love the Arctic representation, Nunavut, Yukon, Northwest Territories. You see the shirts, you see the jackets. And they traveled a long way to get here.
And I'm sure to each young man, young lady, that they're saying it's absolutely worth it. Just being part of the Canada Summer Games, such an honor, great to make. And of course, a lot of these young athletes are so good in so many various sports, have worked so doggone hard to make the teams and then get to travel as a group. Saw the enthusiasm in that spectacular opening ceremony at the Mary Brown Center, courtesy of University Media Inc. So well put together. Great defense there for Team Nunavut. But it's going to result in Nova Scotia picking up the go-ahead point and an opportunity here. East serve has really not come into play. Nunavut has a pair of those, but they were a soft touch serve. And will there be a bullet coming up here? Off the net. And that'll be Nova Scotia 24-22. And here we go for set point. We'll get a new ball in play. They'll keep them nice and dry. And there's a look at Nova Scotia climbing to within one to take a 2-0 lead against this very game Nunavut squad. And here it comes, and it is a tough one. They handle it with a bloom. Nunavut still alive. Great defense there. So here is Ilya Killebuk. An opportunity to tie. Hits it hard. Wow. And that's going to do it. Nova Scotia will pick up a 25-23 victory. That was tough sledding for Canada's Ocean Playground, but they're able to pull it off, and they have a 2-0 lead. We'll have the next set right after this timeout from Memorial U University.
Calling St. John's unique is like calling a humpback a goldfish. It's wildly different here.
And welcome back inside the beautiful field house on the campus of Memorial University in Midtown St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador. Ryan Rogers aside, Bill Hart will have the call of the third set coming up momentarily. This is Day 2 competition for men's and ladies volleyball here at the field house. In preliminary action, we have Pool C play going on here as we speak. Tomorrow, another big day here at the field house.
And that's why Nova Scotians are known as Blue Nosers, as you see on your screen.
Yeah, we both are, but I've never, I got to be honest, I've had a red beak, but never a blue one.
No.
Through the sun.
But again, a very important matchup here as
all jokes aside.
In Pool C, because Nova Scotia looking to jump 3 games up on everybody. 3-0 would be a great place to be as the top 2 seeds will move on to the qualification round.
Well, Nunavut's going to make it real difficult for Nova Scotia here to get a sweep. You can just tell they're really calm and collected, loosey-goosey, and having a blast here and playing extremely well, I might add. So a 2-set then on the lead, and of course, if Nunavut does pull this one out, well, they'll go to a 4th, and if they're able to even things up, then we'd have to decide it in a 5th set if required, where we'd play to 15. Still got to win by 2.
As the Northwest Territories and PEI doing battle over there. Getting a better look at their jerseys, and it's like, oh, look at that. PEI also 2-0.
Yep. That's a big game there. I was kind of thought that looking ahead to tomorrow that I thought there was a game between the Northwest Territories and Yukon, and I'm pretty sure that's on our docket tomorrow. That does look like Prince Edward Island in the green and white. Now, of course, the other team that they're playing is green letters and a white.
Yeah, that's definitely the Northwest Territories over there.
What we saw this morning is Nunavut
they're looking for their first win.
First set to them and then came back and won 3 in a row. So here we go. Matt Merriweather from Hilda, Nova Scotia.
That's out. Ariak with serving for Nunavut. All right, things are even up here. Nunavut with the serve. Yeah, the setters on Nova Scotia doing a good job setting up plays. Seems like it's always number 7 there for Nova Scotia. Liam Aikenhead waiting for that spike. And Noah Snyder again serving for Nova Scotia. Nunavut working on the return. And yes. Great defensive play. The arms went up, blocked the shot, but the return went out of bounds. A kill for Nova Scotia.
4-3 advantage here. Up 2 sets to none.
Getting some good height there.
Awesome replays.
Nice serve, but out of bounds.
Here's Owen Anawak, Qualawit, 18 years of age. Nice bump there, but to nobody.
All right.
Nova Scotia got a little confused there, it appears. Kind of a no-look bump there, trying to set it up for a teammate, and it
There was
just
nobody
fell.
there.
Nobody there at all.
And a service error. We'll add another point to Nova Scotia's total.
So 5s on the score clock here in the third set. Nova Scotia ahead 2-0. Hard serve. Liam Aikenhead bringing the heat. And a soft touch there as a net serve, unfortunately, for the young Dartmouthian. Nunavut are happy with that, though. They need a win here to keep this match going, trailing 2-0. Nice save. What a funky little delivery there.
That was.
There wasn't a great deal of torque on it, but it had
No.
enough spin that it was able to confuse everyone. Watch it just.
No, he got all
Yeah,
of it.
well, but the way that it came down on the court, it looked like he may have getting ready to hammer a roo, but if that, I don't think that's a word, but
His hand probably got just a little part of the ball and caught it spin a little
that's
bit.
probably why.
Yeah.
Great velocity, though, in a lot of these returns.
Yeah,
Big
once
point
again,
there.
Once again, the tall guys up front.
Yeah, the net presence there of Noah Schneider from Hammonds Plains, big youngster at 17. Jersey number 4, getting it done. Right there. The joy of the spirit of the games, you see the reaction of the Nunavut players. They know they're having a lot of fun and giving Nova Scotia everything they can handle. And there you go, there's a prime example. Look at the D right there. Beautifully done by Peter Eric. Number 14. No quit. Of course, you wouldn't expect there to be any, but man, they're hanging right in there. That serve there, you don't see that very often from Chikanza, the 20-year-old. He's been instrumental in the success of Team Nunavut since we arrived here at the field house at Memorial University early this morning. Big time rally
They
going
can't
on
get
there.
over.
That's down.
And
Great
Nunavut-
rally.
Yeah,
between
Nunavut was
both.
throwing everything at them, but when the arms go up, I mean,
You see the size differential there too. Ian McLean from Dartmouth, number 13, is a large young man. A great smash there. And a 10-7 Nova Scotia lead here in the third set. That's going to drop too. A little feathery touch from Noah Schneider. And it's 11-7. Timeout, Nunavut.
wow. Yeah, good call from Nunavut to call a timeout now. Little things are not going their way. And like you said, they need this.
What they're nice and relaxed. Getting instructions from their head coach.
After tonight, we'll get a better idea of how the Pool C standings are going to look, making tomorrow's games even more important.
Newfoundland, Labrador, and British Columbia, Pool A?
You are correct.
So Newfoundland, Labrador will come in at 0-2 and take on a tough BC team. Hoping to get into the win column. That'll be the first call here on Universal Media Inc. tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock right here at the field house. Absolutely nothing you can do about that. That's just power exemplified. Watch this. Hammered. Here comes the spike, and down it is. Well done.
Ian McLean once again getting some good air.
Good D. Wow. Ho, ho, ho. Sebi Villeneuve, Bedford's own, the 18-year-old.
The shot lands at the feet of Chakanza. Just kind of watches it go.
That was a hard smash. 13-7 Nova Scotia, trying to wrap it up here in 3. Their work cut out for them, though, as the Nunavut squad continues to battle right down to the very end, like you would. 13-8, a 5-point advantage. Peter Ariak again. And a soft touch.
Yeah. Floats out of bounds.
Took a little off it. Pretty nice attempt right there, Bill. So Nova Scotia will retain possession up by 6. And here's Sebi Villeneuve one more time. Came hard, drilled it out of bounds. 14-9 Nunavut getting possession here and an opportunity for Jamie and Nakashuk, the 15-year-old, number 21.
Little slap.
Oh.
That stays in.
And then young Nakashuk had to swivel there pretty quick as that ball came right in his direction after his serve, which was a nice one. Look out. Just there, man.
Wow.
That would leave a welt, I think.
Yes, it would. Fine ball placement there from Nova Scotia.
But the young 15-year-old getting into some action here, was able to avert that. Nova Scotia by 6. I think it's 7, 16-9. And now the Nova Scotia fans with their hand clappers making a wee bit of noise, but they've been relatively sedate over there. Maybe some quiet confidence.
Noah Snyder with another serve.
Yeah, that's going to hold up too. 17-9, 8 away from a sweep. And improving to 3-0, while Nunavut would go to 1-2, but there's still plenty of game left for Nunavut. Plenty of time to get back into this one, but they're going to have to start here. Some good defense. Very nicely done, Owen Anawek. Nice little hand touch there, Bill. Drop it home. The element of surprise. And unfortunately there for Ilya Killebuk, we didn't see forced errors like that earlier today, but it's been a long day and it's a lot of volleyball to play.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's no easy task. This is their second game of the day, too. Second match, pardon me.
Ian McLean serving for Nova Scotia. Oh.
Gonna keep it alive. Aikenhead getting it over in the bump. And a smoker right down the middle there.
Yeah, off number 2, Sevi Villanov.
That was Joshua Schappa from Pond Inlet, 19-year-old wearing jersey 16 for Nunavut. Gets them to within 7, trailing 18-11. But down 2 sets here.
Joseph Nestor getting set to serve for Nunavut.
One of the younger players on the team at 16. Unfortunate net serve for Joseph. Also from Equalowit. So 19-11, and here's Liam Aikenhead from Dartmouth. The 18-year-old has been in the middle of it all here in this match, Bill. On offense and defense as he hammered that one. And that ball will be blasted out of bounds. And Nova Scotia on the verge. Leading 20-11, need 5 more, and they'll hand it right back to Liam Aikenhead again. Number 7 will try to add to their total and seal the deal. And that's a heavy ball. And it's a point as well.
Heavy is right.
He said, can I have that ball again so I can try a little more of the same? Does he come with the heavy serve, or does he try to mess him up with a bit of a softer touch? No, he went with heat.
Yeah.
But he drilled it into the net. So Nunavut still alive, trailing 21-12. And Troy Jonas from Clyde River, 16 years of age. Well, he was about to deliver the serve, but he'll be swapping out with Joshua Schappa.
Shout out to his hometown of Pond Inlet.
Soft touch, but it's into the net. Now Nova Scotia leading by 10 here, 22-12. They'll retain possession here. Here's Justin Michael Gallant from Dartmouth. And the return there is a bit too deep.
If Nova Scotia holds on and win this and improves their record to 3-0, they will clinch a spot in the qualification round. PEI can do the same if they are victorious over the Northwest Territories over to our left.
Well, it appears that that match is over.
Yes, it is.
So we'll wait for a scoreboard update on the Canada Games site. Maybe hit refresh to see if that result is in, but 23-12 here. Nova Scotia need 2 to complete the sweep and wrap up first in Pool C.
They're finishing up already, and
Well, it's relatively quiet here, but it's been a long day, and I'm sure
Yeah,
everybody
sure.
wants to get back to, you know, the village or back to the hotels or the Airbnbs, wherever you're staying here. But I anticipate as the competition continues, it'll be day 3 tomorrow, that as things get a little more tighter, you'll start to hear more boisterous crowds, I believe,
Yes.
you know, and you're going to hear a lot more activity in the stands. Right now, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Very polite and, you know, nice support for both Team Nunavut and Nova Scotia. But I get the feeling it'll ratchet up quite a bit as we get closer to the qualifying round. Good D at the net by Nunavut. That off of the Nunavut player is going to be the 24th point, and here is a match point for Nova Scotia. We're going to put the ball in the hands of Justin Michael Gallant, 17 years old from Dartmouth, with a chance to clinch first in Pool C. With a lighter touch, and that is going to do it. That's all she wrote. But tip of the hat, though, to Team Nunavut for some great volleyball here today, as Nova Scotia will do a little celebration jig, a very short one. And thanks, everyone, for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed the action here from the 2025 Canada Summer Games here from Memorial University. Good night, everybody.